And we are back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello to all those who've been waiting. Hello to all those who just joined. We are back with more of the Beyond the Summit Summer Cup action. And we've got Team Empire versus 20 Minutes AFK. And we are like 1 minute ahead of schedule starting. They just decided to throw out the picks very quickly. And, well, Lizard's back again. Hello, Liz.
I'm back. Hello.
Still alive?
I'm still alive. I'm still hanging on. This casting gig, man. Usually I was telling these casters, like, you fail at dotes, and then you go into the casting, you know? Like, you fail at your pro career, and then you start casting. And because it's easier or whatnot. But, dude, it's actually not as easy as I thought. Like,
this has been a lesson. It's like community service.
And we haven't even we didn't even do a lot. We didn't even cast too many games today. Like, I can't imagine what it's like to constantly talk and cast for like a whole day straight for some of those casters, man. It's insane. Like, you done one of those marathon casts, didn't you?
I've done a bunch of them for the open qualifiers. I think I worked it out. I done 50 hours over 4 days.
Dude, like I did. At most, I did 2 streams that lasted 24 hours. Like, each stream, I did like a full day stream twice in my life, and that's enough. I don't plan on doing it ever again. And that's a stream. I'm playing. I shut up whenever I want to. I just don't talk. Well, when you're casting, you have to talk all the time. Like, mad props to all of you guys. You're amazing. Like, I have mad respect right now, especially for the bunch of you that rap during the games. Anyway,
people rap?
Oh. I mean, you OD Pixel, you're borderline rapping. Anyway,
all right. I mean, if he's done Cap priding me up, let's focus on the draft, because we have got something of a draft appearing. Another Visage game.
Indeed, and it's a first phase pick on Visage. Choppy is one of probably better Visage players. Like, he plays the main Visage, and he already has an Naga Siren and Jakiro, so we're pretty certain that it's gonna be a core Visage. And yeah, I kind of like the Visage versus these two heroes versus Wyvern and Beast. They don't really do a ton to Visage. In all honesty, like, whenever I'm drafting Visage, the only thing that I'm looking after is, do they have a super tanky offlane that can buy Shivas and Crimson Guard? Like, those 2 items, if they come super fast online, they can counter Visage. We see another Titan, like, it's not really a hero that does too much to the birds. He stops the push. Yeah, they have Winter Wyvern and Elder Titan. These 2 heroes are really good at stopping you from pushing because they kill the creeps. But they don't do a whole lot to the birds. As long as you have Gravekeeper's Cloak on, as long as you have layers, your birds do as well. And those spells absolutely do nothing to them. So it's very interesting.
Speaking of tanky individuals, a Tide Hunter appearing for Team Empire.
Tide Hunter, wow. Like, we don't see him way too often, do we? Like, Tide.
I feel like
this is the first in this series, at least in this cup.
It's a very odd hero in that you kind of end up in this scenario where you don't actually use your Ravage that much. It's more an insurance policy, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
you just gush and run around, and yeah, it came
kind
back
of weird,
like that.
Because it kind of, like, we went through this scenario where people were trying to run it and you wouldn't grab a blink, you'd go for all these other items instead.
Yeah,
because the logic was
people, right?
Yeah, because the logic was like, hello, I'm gonna buy a blink for an ultimate that has 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, Tide Hunter can be played in more ways now. He's become kind of flexible in that aspect. And Tinker, like, I like this pick. Well, it can kind of backfire. Tinker is really good against Visage later on once he has Ags and whatnot. But in the laning stage, he's not too great. He's not the best one. There are definitely better heroes that deal with Visage in the laning stage. And later on, if you get caught by birds in the trees, overall, it's Tinker. How much love can we give to Tinker? Like, no one likes this hero. Just the players that play it love him. Everyone else just hates Tinker. It's just such a nasty hero to deal with, right?
It's pretty filthy. The good news is the constellation price for Empire, there's no real room for a bounty hunter. I say that. There could be if you really want to run an Elder Titan carry, but I don't imagine they're going to do it.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that there's going to be a bounty hunter here. They need a carry.
And it's going to be a
Lycan. For a
Lycan.
Lycan. So,
And this is nice, though, because like we don't actually see these two together often, Tinker and Lycan. It complements the push, though, right? Because Tinker creates this buffer zone, and then Lycan just smashes through towers.
Yeah, so Lycan, Elder Titan, Wyvern, and Beast, they can work together. They can work as 4 while the Tinker gets that farm, gets his travels up, just goes from one lane to another and spams March. And well, Jakiro and Visage, both of these heroes, they don't care too much about the March. They can still push in with Liquid Fire and with the Birds. So in that aspect, it's not the greatest defense, but it's a nice offensive tool versus every hero that's against it right now. But Storm.
That's actually pretty legit pick here, actually. You look at it from this perspective. They've got Winner's Curse and Primal Rule.
Did you say shit pick?
A legit.
Legit? Right?
God, Lizard, we are a child-friendly stream.
I'm like, when did he become so savage?
I have legit never actually sworn on a stream. I'm a good boy. But I'll be savage.
Is that
happily.
swearing though? Is that swearing technically?
I don't know. It depends.
I guess.
Like if you walk into a nursery and scream that out, I'm pretty sure like they're gonna ask you to leave, Liz.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Anyhow, Storm is really decent here. Like a nice counter pick to Tinker. Decent on the lane, and after it, you can hunt him down. So it's gonna be Storm mid and Visage safe lane, which is how they used to play Visage. Actually, I believe I saw them play as carry Visage very often. So it's gonna be interesting to watch. Both of these teams, they have pushing power, and they have team fight. One team has a Lycan for that push, the other has the Visage. They have catching abilities in Winter Wyvern and Beast, and on the other hand, you have Naga Sleep and Storm. So very, very flexible drafts on both sides, and even matched teams, I think, right now. Team Empire is kind of new with the Chappie. I mean, they brought the old guy back in, so it's gonna be fun to see him performing again and not buying Shadow Hamlets.
Liz, have you got camera control? No, you haven't. You
don't have camera control or what? Am I controlling the camera?
What has happened?
Am I doing?
I have no control.
Am I controlling? Because if I am, I'll control it. It's fine. It's not going to be as fluent as yours, but...
I don't think it's you. Okay, look at the Roche pit.
All right.
No, it's not me. What? I'm stuck with someone else's camera.
Whose camera? It has to be mine. Like,
I didn't end up... No, we were in the right channel. Am I somehow in the wrong channel? That's impossible. That can't be.
What's happening? Are we in the Russian channel? One of us with Russians?
No, because would I hear them? There's one way to find out. There's one way to make sure here. Please tell me we're not.
Maybe I'm the...
No, I'm in that channel. I have literally... Because I just tested it. I could hear you. I've got no camera control.
Well, I guess we'll wait for the stream to see if I have it. And then, I mean, if you don't mind, I can... So, right, I don't have those...
Give me one sec.
I mean, it's harder for you, though, to cast like that, so... Technical difficulties, stream. We are very sorry. If you are watching my camera, I'll be controlling it wrong.
No, you're not, because I can, like, stagger it. But there's someone else's cursor. I think I've lost focus for some reason. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Maybe someone else has, like, a wireless mouse that he's controlling. I have no clue what's happening to you, man.
Oh.
There, they paused the game, at least.
Okay, I'm going to quickly reconnect, then. That is the weirdest thing I think I've ever had. Apologies for this, guys. I legit have never seen this before. There was so for me, I could see a mouse cursor, but it wasn't my mouse cursor. So it was double mouse cursor. That's...
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the double cursor.
I've never actually had this before. This is interesting. I have no control.
You still have no control? How is this, like...
I can't actually do anything.
I have a feeling that somehow, in some way, the Russian caster is controlling your camera. I don't know how, but
I'm going to have to try and cast this off whoever's camera this is. So, this is actually kind of... It's okay, because I've had this experience before, you know, when you have... you actually have...
Hard mode, man. Hard mode casting. This is... This is how the real casters are born. If you do this, man, insta TI invite. I'm telling you.
All right, so it looks like at the top lane, actually, how do we feel about this matchup between the Lycan?
Yeah, Lycan and Wyvern should be pressured a little bit here, but they should have no problems. So, like, Lycan with his very high base region and Wyvern to heal him up if necessary. Or, I mean, they can't really put a lot of aggression on them, but overall, they should be fine. Lycan should be able to farm here.
Meanwhile, mid lane, looking a bit even so far. As this lane goes on, there's, like, I feel like both lane. Yeah, both get what they want.
It's an even lane. After level 6, it becomes harder for Tinker, definitely, because Storm can solo him. But besides that, it's definitely an even lane right now. Right here and right now. So, mid is kind of even. Bottom lane, Visage is getting pressured, and he's the one that's lagging the most when it comes to CS. He has only 3. But he actually has decent levels. He's level 2.5. They aren't denying way too many creeps, and that's what's most important for Visage. So they're doing fine. He is burning through his region though, and yeah, he's gonna have to ferry himself some more tangles, and that's exactly what he's doing. Tangles and the salve. Meanwhile, on top lane though, we have Jakiro going in with double damage.
Thump in the bot lane, actually. Chappy, they're diving for him here. They're going to try and get a hold of him. The axes don't quite finish him. And Velio's not quite quick enough. Or will he be? Instead, to ensure that he's not.
Nah, and there's a salve coming in, so he's going to be able to salve up and go back in. Stomp.
Okay.
There's no way.
I just got confirmation. It looks like we might be using Casper's camera work. So let's hope Casper is a good.
Casper is the greatest, man.
It's great.
Like,
thank God.
You know what's fun? Like, we didn't see Casper in our channel. He went in like a little ghost and he stole our camera. That's what happened. Shame on you, Casper. Shame on you.
So at the moment, I do think like the top lane is a little bit worrying, as we'll see. Art healed up by the cold embrace. We'll look to move away. Afterlife getting super low here though, being chased by the wolves. Saneko, can he actually do enough damage to finish this off though? It's going to be close. But
very unlikely.
It's a tide. He's got the salve. I mean, he hasn't actually even leveled into the Kraken shell yet, is the interesting part.
Yeah, it's normal. As of late, when Tide came back into the meta, this is how they would lane it. This is how they would level it, because of the presence that you bring to the lane like this. You can harass more. Yeah, you are susceptible to more harass as well, but at least you can dish out more damage too, so that's kind of decent.
Going on Arc again. This cold embrace just does so much work for Blood.
It's very weird to even see the 1-1-1 build on Winter Wyvern, but it's definitely necessary on this lane because it helps him stay alive. On mid lane, we have a haste on Tinker. Is he gonna try for Storm? Nah,
it's no way he gets through. Yeah. He'll do a lot of damage, but that's about it. Like we said before, this is that type of lane that no one's really gonna win. Like, well, I think they both win in their own way, right? Naive gets an easy 6, Magical gets farm.
Yeah. They're doing well enough. However, as you said, once Storm is 6, it's gonna be much more difficult for the Tinker.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Like 6 is nice, but the rearm still takes a long time. It's not the definitive factor.
Yeah, and I think 20-minute AFK, they kind of realized what the problem was in the Vega game, and they're definitely pressuring.
He made a mistake. He tried to go for Afterlife, and now Bignum just ambushes him. The Cole half put down will secure the kill. Cold Embrace to buy some time means Lycan can move across, but they're just waiting for him now. And they will use the Anchor Smash. They'll finish him off. Afterlife claims the first blood. Doesn't even have to die for it.
A good pick there by Afterlife, definitely. He got so much. At the same time, Chappy is being pressured on the bottom lane, so he does not have as many levels or farm. Oh, Beastmaster? He should be fine.
Mid lane trying to harass on a Bignum. A lot of damage done, but Magic can't quite finish it off. Yeah, and while that's happening, Chappy actually does fall in the bot lane.
He gets the Elder Titan first though, so at least he did get that experience. It's not a lot of experience as he's 11.5 higher than Elder Titan, but still, he got experience before dying, which is a crucial factor here. As we talked about Visage, it's all about that momentum. And this whole team, actually, Empire's team, is all about getting that momentum going for them. While on the other hand, yeah, you have a momentum like hero in Lycan, but still you have to wait for Tinker to come online, right? You really have to do that. But on the other hand, you have the Storm. On the other team, you have the Storm, momentum-based hero, and you have the Visage, also a momentum-based hero. So they're gonna be doing insane amounts of pressure very soon. As soon as they get level 6, maybe a Helm of Dominator on Visage, and they should be good to go. They should be good to start pressuring these lanes.
Of course, I would say that's a fair way of looking at Empire. They need to kind of transition. As soon as you get that 6 on Visage, you need to be looking for towers. The problem is, of course, Lycan can do exactly the same. It's going to kind of be this race. Who has a better laning phase, Lycan or Visage? And right now,
so far,
definitely Lycan. Definitely
Lycan. So far, as we said, Visage has been pressured a lot harder than in the last game. He's sitting on only 14 CS, and he's been forced to buy a lot of regen and ferry it to his lane. So he's not been having a really good time here. However, he is having decent levels, and he's gonna get that 6 very soon now. He isn't far off the Lycan either with the experience. He's actually ahead. So yeah, in gold department he's kind of lagging behind, but overall he's getting what he wants. He's gonna get those birds, and once he gets those birds, it's gonna be very hard to contest him. After that, he's just gonna be laning very easily versus both Flow and the other Titan. And that's what
speaking of Flow, they're moving in. They got the birds. Prime Roar comes out. The Stomp as well, moving straight on top of Chappie, gonna try and kill him off. Flow will be able to get rid of Chappie, but he might fall in return for this. Actually, they even bring in the Storm, the ball like they need to, though. The Cold Embrace comes out. They've already killed off one of the birds. Saneko creating a lot of space, but not enough, as Flow still falls. Naive.
This was actually one of the best moves that they could have done when it comes to 20-minute AFK. They just stuck that Elder Titan in the trees, and they baited Visage to go on the Beastmaster. So the Beastmaster went onto the Visage thinking that he get... Oh,
Storm's in trouble here. He's got no mana. Naive should be ran down here. He can't even use the bot right now. And in fact, the illusions help him out. Splint Blast eats the Mango to get enough to move away. And Bignum will cover him with the dual breath. We're going to move on to Velior here. Slow down a lot. The Gush does do a lot of work here. And the Ice Path should secure the kill.
Yeah, just the perfect first Ice Path to save his Storm. He gets out, goes back to jungling. It's really good. But it's a disaster. Like, it doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually a disaster for Empire because... Visage did not get that momentum that he needed from the birds. He actually died after getting the birds, and more importantly, he lost one of the birds. And having just one is not enough. You need both birds to be able to pressure anyone. So with one bird, you can't really even try and attempt to take this tower, or even try to attempt to kill this Flow guy on Beastmaster. So you're actually stuck here on this lane, waiting for that cooldown to come, so that you can resummon your birds and do something. They've pressured this Visage really hard, and they completely understand how this hero works, and they're playing around him very well. Playing around in a way of controlling him very well, that is.
And as a result, keeping him locked down like that, it's still just that race. And like we said, the fact that Visage got a pretty quick 6 means that gold deficit, it's big, sure. But now your hero has this huge impact on the game. Something that, while Lycan does benefit from Shapeshift a lot, it's not on the same, I wouldn't say same level.
Yeah, it would be like that if he didn't lose that bird. But now he's like, he's a pigeon, basically. He's a killer pigeon. Like, how afraid would you be of a killer pigeon?
I mean, I don't know. Well,
not much,
I've
right?
heard they have goofy voices, so they're not that concerned. And stay in the mid lane, though. They're calling Tinker the Ravage as well. Magical protected by the Cold Embrace, though. Znako with the range on that Cold Embrace. He'll turn around. The laser comes out. Look for the kill and shield to be able to get it. Ark has used the shapeshift, so can he find more is the question. No, he cannot, as Afterlife has gone into full retreat.
Yeah, really nice play there by Znako, saving his med and turning on to Naga to kill her. At the same time, that scary pigeon that we were talking about, he actually got 2 birds now, so they need to commit. They need to commit both Elder Titan and Beastmaster if they want to kill him. But Naga is porting in. They know what's happening. They're gonna catch him.
Oh, Flow. The song comes out. In fact, they just want to make sure there's no sort of chance this goes wrong. They're TPing in the storm right now. The Ice Path down from Bignum, hitting straight up on the Flow. Flow gets the Prime Roar out. He wants to do the same thing he done last time, but will he get a Chappie? No, he lives this time. Flow will still fall.
All right, he did not get Chappie, but he got both of his birds again.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's because of Gravekeeper's Cloak. He hasn't leveled it. The last game as well, we saw the Visage not leveling the Gravekeeper's Cloak at all. Yeah, you can get Grave Chill on level 4, and it's good, definitely, but it's an overkill. Getting 3 levels into the Chill and then getting a Cloak is much better in my opinion. Because your birds have died twice now, and this tower is still alive. As we talked about, it's all about this momentum. They really need to start pressuring these lanes, and if they don't start doing it very soon, they might lag behind a little bit too much, and this Tinker already has Boots of Travel, and he's ready to fight. I mean, not ready to fight, but he's ready to farm, let's say, and he's ready to defend his towers. So, yeah, they really did slow this Visage down quite a lot, and on top lane now, they're just trying to maybe go and stop this Lycan from pushing in, but he doesn't have Wolf form, so he's just happy to run around the jungle and farm until that's off cooldown once again.
That's kind of the advantage you would have with the Visage, just always having that constant pressure, but like we keep saying, this Beastmaster snipes them out each time with the Wild Axes, the fact he doesn't have the Gravekeeper leveled, and he started to actually max it out now.
Yeah, he has 3 levels in it, so the birds should not be dying any longer.
Well, they are circling around top here. Soneko is all alone, and look at this sneak in. Actually, Alpha Lift is just going to TP away. So much for that very sneaky maneuver, just to TP out.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, he was sneaking around, he wanted to take this tower, but then you had Tinker and Lycan just taking a free tower on mid, and you can't let that happen.
Bot. Prime Roar comes out, Chappie in a little bit of trouble. The Earth Splitter and the Stomp to hold him in place. He won't be able to get away, but Storm arrives. Chappie, one hit from the staple gonna do it, but they get the kill and flow in return. And Velior, he may be in a little trouble. The Stomp doesn't connect. Knife taking a lot of damage from Arc, needs to be careful. He just goes deeper. Look at the kill on the Velior, but he's out of mana and he might be out of life. The birds! They'll get the kill, and now the ensnare on top of Lycan. He needs to run away because Arc, the shapeshifters ran out, and the birds should chase. On the back foot, the Wolf's just trying to end Naive, but it's nowhere near enough. And they might still be able to get Arc. They should have the ensnare coming off cooldown. Yep, there it is. They'll throw it on top of him. He summons the Wolves. He'll try and kill off the birds, but the damage looks to already be done. Or is it? No, they can't go deeper. He'll stay alive. The Sticks are turning around with the laser and the heat-seeking missiles. It looks like Chew is actually going to be the one to hit the deck. And Arc, I mean, close call, but he does survive.
Yeah, that stick usage was just on point, and the birds, they just melt without the armor, so without Visage being close, the birds are irrelevant. They just die so fast, and yeah, once again, Visage loses his birds. Once again, he's kind of... Well, at least he has his Dominator right now, but that's not it. This is the 3rd or 4th time he lost birds already, and it's looking grim for them right now, because their whole team is very momentum based, and that momentum is just not there. Yeah, they have 7 kills, 2 more than 20-minute AFK, but 20-minute AFK, they're the team that should be pressured a lot more in this current state of the game, definitely, because they have this Tinker to take them late game. Yeah, you could argue there's a Storm on Empire as well, but it's not the same.
See the tower in the bot lane taken. I'm actually finding something interesting about this shared kind of camera. I'm not, well, whatever he clicks on, I don't get clicked on, so I have to quickly realize and then click on whatever he's clicked on.
Oh, so you have to...
There's a new layer to it. Like that, I don't know how to disable that, because it should just be whatever he clicks. But anyway, speaking of things that are going to be clicked on, Afterlife being attacked by a lot of creeps. Doesn't get hit by the Stomp, or does rather, but instantly just gets it off, courtesy
he's so
of his passive.
Even nice roar for him. Can they do this?
Can they get him? It's getting close. He used the Ravage, the Winter's Curse comes out, and actually, Jakiro walks in and starts hitting him up. He'll move out of the way, the Earth Split, and the song from Chew is good. But now the Shapeshift is ready to go. Arc will not be interrupted. He wants this damn kill, and Afterlife is going to be close. He'll get out. And there's nothing left for them to get but the tower. They just have to turn around and try and finish off this tier 2. Or start hitting it, rather.
It's a nice prize, after all. Like, what they did get from that is Tidehunter used Ravage, and Naga used Song, so they are kind of free to pressure this tower if they want to. But at the same time, Visage took tier 1 on top. So Visage is kind of finding that space that he desperately needed to come back into this game. Also, if you can't manage your clicks, just press anywhere on the map and then press escape. I think that will solve it out.
Oh, we'll find out in a second. Not yet, but the zipping coming in, full line by now, trying to get him to Arc. Could be able to finish him off. There's Soneko. just needs to back away. No Winner's Curse is already used early in the fight. Chappie just getting very deep here, though, stunning them up, trying to give time for his team to move across. Magical, Cold Embrace has been used. It'll buy him some time, but now everyone catches up and they just shred through him. The sleep, way too light from Valior. It will not save the Tinker.
Tinker still does not have Blink Dagger, so he has to be very careful positioning himself. If he positions slightly off the mark and naive, he's not a naive Storm Spirit player, he's really good with him, and if he just sees a slight misstep by Tinker, he's gonna jump him and make him pay the price, definitely. So, until Tinker has Blink Dagger, he's kind of susceptible to these ganks and he can die from Storm. But once he gets that Blink, it's gonna be much harder. And he's getting closer, he's 1600, 1700 gold, so shouldn't be too long until he gets it. Now is the time. Yeah.
This escape trick did not work.
It didn't.
No?
Feels bad, man.
Well,
feels bad, man.
I'll just have to click around, occasionally checking the items. We'll try and keep track of the action.
Chappie? They're following
Chappie,
him.
I mean, he did get the tower. They want to make him pay for this. They will hit him with the sleep. They should be able to move across in time, but the pause comes out, and now's my opportunity. I'm going to quickly disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I'll go for it. Try
that
man.
should reset the camera control. Well, not sorry. The camera control is gone. I'm not getting out this game, if anyone wondering. But I can still get what he's seeing in terms of clicking heroes.
There are two cursors on the map.
Yeah, I can hide my cursor, but it's like I need to have the hero. Nope, the hero information is not going to come.
Oh, feels bad, man.
This is some serious anti-stream sniping.
Yeah, it looks super bad. Like, if you want, you can hide your cursor and I can click stuff for you, tell you what's happening where. It's not...
No, it's not your camera, it's Casper's.
Yeah, but I mean, your cursor, you know, it's showing as well.
Oh, no, I get that. But I can hide it, so I've hidden it now, right? But the point is, now there's just a Storm Spirit. At the bottom, a level 1 Storm Spirit. Moving in, Winner's Curse down to control up. Chappie doing a lot of damage, but the pipe will offset a lot of the Earth Splitter. And they shouldn't be able to finish him off here. They might try. They got another Storm. Chappie, this might be the end of him. A lot of heat-seeking missiles going out, but nope. Gravekeeper's slow.
Yeah, this is the problem. All these spells that they've got, they take time to reach him. So they're not really consecutive there. They're not hitting him at the same time, so he's not losing Gravekeeper's cloak charges. I mean, yeah, he is losing them, but he's regaining them before the next spell hits, so he regains the charge and just loses it. Almost loses no HP there with the pipe, so even though they wasted everything on him, they couldn't get him. They just need something to burn through that armor, and the best thing would be like Arctic Burn from Winter Wyvern, perhaps, or just Lycan going on him. But besides that, if they don't go for that, it's very hard for them to kill him.
And we're kind of reaching this point now where Empire would have hoped to have maybe had a little bit more of the map taken, given that the Tinker now has the Blink Dagger as well as the boost travel.
Yeah, if you were Empire, you would definitely like to have more. You would like to have this tier 1 on mid down as well, but at the same time, it's not too horrible. You have Storm versus Tinker. It can still turn in your favor. You can still catch that Tinker out. The only problem is that Visage is not really very well farmed, and I mean, it's alright. Visage can come back. It's not impossible. Once he gets he's actually going for the Crimson as well. It's decent versus Lycan, and overall in this game, he needs some more sustain. So I agree with this build.
They found Tide. They've rotated a lot of heroes to this. Primal Roar comes out. They'll have the Stomp follow up, and Ark should be able to get on top of him. No, they didn't actually use the Stomp. They cancel it. They'll move on to Afterlife anyway. They're going to slow him down with the Wyvern and they get through it. So he's got the Ravage still, but he won't use it. It's just taunting them. Afterlife will eventually fall here. But the effort it required and the space it creates, they need to now get this tier 2. But there's no creeps. Oh, wait, no, there are. They cut the creeps. They move those through.
They have to go for that tier 2. Tinker is porting in. He has a blink, but he's in a very dangerous position right now. If Naga used the sleep there, he could have been caught. He's blinking properly.
They're going to go high ground. Tinker's buying a little bit of time here, but they'll eventually get the tower. They decide against it. They were pinging for it, but it's maybe a little bit too bold at this point in the game. You haven't got a huge gold lead.
It's too bold. You don't have Necros 3 even, and Tidehunter is coming back online, and it's very, very hard to assist you in pushing this high ground right now because he can't show himself. If he shows himself, it's very easy for him to die to Storm, so it's very unlikely that they're gonna go in these open spaces that are far away from cliffs and woods, because when you are close to those, a Tinker can just blink in and spam his Mars there. But they are gonna wait for Necro 3 definitely before they do anything big. And it is flying in right now, so who knows, maybe Necro 3, Roshan, and after that they can look to push high ground even.
It's all about the Roche this game. And in fairness, Empire do it pretty quickly as well. Like, Visage is almost as good at taking Roche's Lycan.
Definitely, he has his Dominator, he has his Medallion. It's super easy as for them to take, and they have Riptide from Naga, so it's very easy for them to take Roche if they catch them on the wrong foot, because it's not super easy to take Roche when you're playing versus Wolves. Lycan Wolves are invisible, they can always scout you. Lycan can also send his creeps in too, and if you get caught in the Roche pit with Elder Titan Stomp, it can be a disaster, so maybe get the pick off first, maybe that's the plan.
Ramarok coming out. I don't think it's good enough. They jump to the top, goes around the magical. Storm doing a lot of work, but no, they blind him just in time. The Riptide comes through. She will be able to clean it up, and the song should allow them to just make a clean exit. They get what they came for. They force out the shapeshift as well.
That was perfect. I wonder if they're gonna try to go Roche, because Visage is moving in that direction, yeah.
They just forced the shapeshift. There's nothing to fear right now. The Primal as well, that was the bonus.
Elder Titan and the Wolves are moving in already, and they're gonna try to slow this down. They aren't doing Roche that fast, so if they use the Stomp a few times, they can prevent this from happening. They can definitely prevent this, and they're doing it. Winter Wyvern
moving in, they go straight on top of Winter Wyvern. He has got the use of the Cold Embrace to buy a little bit of time, but when he comes out, Seneko, the Ice Path will secure his fate. Valion, nice sleep on the side, but can Chu get close enough? I mean, he's got an ensnare at the ready.
Yeah, he's caught.
Grabs a hold him. Just go TP out, though. Meanwhile, it's just across to the shrine. This is an interesting choice of TP. Valio trying to move away. Should be fine. The Gush won't be available again in time.
They did have did have Ravage there. They could have used it if they wanted to. They could have used it to catch him, but opted not to.
I mean, let's be honest. It's a support.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to be thrown out of
Well,
Ravage for.
Lycan was
Lycan was
right
there too, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's a case of like how hard it is to kill Lycan with Tinker coming off his time on the side.
Yeah, it was very unlikely, definitely. It was very unlikely for them to kill Lycan, especially as they used up most of their resources killing that Winter Wyvern earlier as well. So Storm didn't have way too much mana to work with, and I mean overall they are content with just going back and farming up. The Visage did finish his Crimson, and with that Crimson it's much harder to kill him right now. So he can be that tanky guy that stands in front, while the Storm jumps around, tries to get Magical's Tinker again, and it can be anybody's game. It just depends on how they play these team fights. So we'll see. Kind of
coming out from Empire. Looking to move about here. Is this just for the rope? They need an entrance kill. They can't Roche without this.
They can't just go Roche there.
Oh, jump in. Blink comes out. Ravage hitting on the two. Make that free because Lycan did get caught. They'll clean up Seneko, moving across. They want to get the second spot out of the way, and they will succeed as Belial falls. And that was what they needed to go back into that pit. But the concern is how quickly they do it.
Talking about open kills, that's definitely good enough in my opinion. They can move in and will try, but they have to be faster. Oh, Jakiro might actually just die to Tinker and Roar.
Ramarok comes out, they'll catch onto him, and they will just delete him from the game. They're moving in, the zip pass, Naive does catch on a beast. They'll get vengeance for their support as Flo will be killed off. But they did buy back on the Jakiro. They just want to try and secure that Roche pit. Going in, catching on the tube. He's going to take a lot of damage. He's dead on the spot. The Maccabi gets dropped as well, and he'll just disappear. And the Winner's Curse really not doing much to Afterlife. Probably the worst person you could have used it on.
Yeah, it actually didn't do anything at all. So Lycan even moved in the back, but it's so easy to control him. I think this game wouldn't even be a bad game for BKB on Lycan. They just have so much control for him.
Well, even then, they've still got the ensnare. That's the biggest concern.
Yeah, even with the BKB, you are right, they have the ensnare, but without it, he just gets controlled so hard. Like, there's Grave Chill, there are birds that are stunning him left, right, and center, then there's Ice Path, there's Song. They truly do have a lot of control, and with that Crimson Guard on Visage, it's very hard to burst someone down before that control kicks in.
And that's kind of the issue right now, is it's can you catch the Visage, can you kill him? And it's that type of hero you do half his effectiveness if you kill him off, but if the birds are still alive, we've seen the value that he's getting out of them, the stuns, in these type of fights. And
yeah,
like I said, you need that
amazing.
BKB on the Lycan. It's crucial here.
Yeah, and he actually is going for it, it seems.
Meanwhile,
and they're going for him.
I'm gonna jump on him, and he'll disappear. Lycan is dead.
Speaking about runes, Storm just gets an arcane rune. He didn't even spend half of his mana getting that Lycan kill, so it was very easy for him to do that. They aren't looking towards Rosh yet. They're actually looking towards
zips
Seneko.
in. They're going to pick off Seneko. He doesn't have any choice but to just die. Well, that is his choice to make. And Velior being chased onto as well. Now, he doesn't have much mana left to go try and burn through this. Lingus gets popped. He zips away just in time before he would have been hit by the Primal Roar.
Kaya and Arcane Rune. Those two things together are just ridiculous. He just went across the whole map without even using most of his mana. And then in the end, he spent the rest of it. But the amount of the amount of power that rune gives to Storm is it's just insane.
It's pretty
now
insane.
They get the double damage right next to the Rosh. Are they gonna opt to take it and go Rosh? Nope. Apparently not. They don't want to risk.
Feel they need, like they don't. Yes, they could go high ground off the back of Nagus, but they're still out of towers. And it feels like right now Empire just trying to milk that lead. You can kind of see their movements. They are starting to restrict the freedom that AFK has across the map.
Yeah, definitely they are doing that. Right, and Visage is slowly getting his Aghanims while he's gold. Once that Aghanims kicks in, it's gonna be even harder. Like it's gonna be so hard. The biggest issue is they have no catch for the Storm right now. You had that catch in the form of Beastmaster with Shadowblade, but no longer. Storm has Lincolns, and you can't do anything anymore. Flow is actually going for BKB as well, but he has nothing to break that Lincolns with. And if he can't break that Lincolns, he can't really roar. So, in effectively, they have 0 catches for Storm. Yeah, this poor Elder Titan is even trying to go for Atos. And yeah, you can get Atos, but like 9 times out of 10, Storm is gonna dodge that. He's just gonna zip out, and that Atos is not gonna connect.
It's not exactly a quick projectile.
Yeah, it's definitely not a quick projectile indeed. So, in my opinion, Empire right now, they are in full control. The Wolf cannot fight until he has BKB. And if I was Empire, I would just go to Rosh. And speaking of Rosh, I think...
Have they finally decided they want to take it? I believe they have. They're going to move in. But El Titan's got eyes on this. He should be able to get a stomp out just to slow this down. They're feeling a little bit more enabled now that they've got their hands on the Solar Crest.
Yeah, well, what they can do here is they can go for Rosh, but not commit. And once Tinker is close enough, they can just bounce on him. Or they can just commit to Rosh, but we'll see what they... Oh, an Arcane Rune.
Oh no. They could just go for kills instead.
Yeah.
They could try and snipe out the Elder Titan. He has been pretty frustrating for them. They get it down to half HP, but they leave it alone. Someone has to go do a bot, though.
Well, they did cut out the next wave with the birds, so it's not really... Yeah, there's one wave that they have to deal with. They could have caught that Lycan with Storm if they wanted to.
He's holding on that Arcane, okay? He's precious, and he wants to get the best out of it. I feel like he's just waiting to see Magical again, though. Like, that's the prime kill for him every time. That's the prime A-rip.
It's not only the prime kill, it's the kill that he must get, because Tinker does have Aghanims. So it's very hard for them to kill anyone if the Tinker is alive. Those lasers are just gonna make everyone miss. And especially Visage is gonna have a lot of problems, because the birds are just gonna disappear to pure damage. And they're not... Even if they don't die, they're gonna be irrelevant, because they're gonna be missing most of the time. So
Storm's doing really well on levels as well. He's moving ahead of the pack by this XP advantage, up to level 20 already.
Yeah, Storm Spirit, I mean, he's been having a hell of a game. He's 608, and this guy is just in full control. It's exactly where you want to be when you're playing a Storm. You just want to be in front. You want to be that guy that just zips in, doesn't even worry about getting caught, because truth be told, it isn't a very hard Storm game. Like, he's playing versus a hero which he counters on mid, and overall they have no reliable catch for him. So as long as he doesn't make any silly movements, he shouldn't die in these fights. Or If he does die, it's gonna be very, very hard. It's gonna be a very, very, very hard kill, and his team should capitalize on that. So
we're going to push on top in the meantime anyway. Visage is in place, and there should be an easy tier 2 being cleaned up, and it just feels like Lycan, it's just restricted now. He can't really make those moves he's looking to do.
Yeah, but he's been doing all right so far. At least he's been playing around the Radiant jungle, and he's basically been pressuring them bottom so that they can't completely forget about him and go into the pit. More often than not, you can see these players sometimes just forget themselves in the woods. They go in the woods and they say, I'm not getting out before I get BKB, which is about to finish, by the way, so they have BKB on.
It might not be quick enough, though, because Roche is dropping very fast, and they will at least get a stomp, but they will just go straight back in. They'll easily finish this off.
Wyvern is flying in.
Oh, Soneko. Can you get a good wins curse here? Nope, he pops the Linkers, and now he gets caught by the Ice Path. They'll move across, they'll clean him up. They'll even kill that poor little bird. And the song coming out from Naga. She's found additional meals. After life with the average comes out, but Ark gets the BKB off. Velior will still fall, and you look for the TP out, but he's rooted in place. It won't matter.
So nice BKB. He survived at least.
There you go.
I mean, did he actually try to use his ultimate on Storm, or did Storm outplay him and cast his Linken's on someone else?
It looked like he wanted to go for Storm. Storm's the most logical one there, right? That's the most likely target that you drop. I mean, but we saw what happened when he tried to use it on Afterlife.
No, but he could have bought himself enough time if he used it on anyone else to
I
go
know.
in.
I agree.
So, and he should know that Storm has Linken, so it's very weird that he went for it.
Well, that very peculiar choice will cost them a tier 3 tower, and it looks like it'll probably cost them some racks as well. Nothing they can really do to stop this.
The only good thing is that Flo is already on the bottom lane, and he's gonna even kill that Jakiro and maybe trade very well with that.
He forces the buyback, actually. He's still in their base. He'll look to just run away with the shapeshift and let his creeps do the work. They are doing decent damage to his range racks. But not enough on the back foot, though. Still moves across. He does actually find Ark here. And shapeshifts right now. He forces the BKB and look for a TP away, maybe. It's there, hits, and he immediately goes to the TP. He'll make it this time again.
That was a mistake by True, though. Like, there was no reason for him to use the Ensnare before Lycan started porting. Because Ensnare, if nothing has changed, I'm sorry if it did, but I'm pretty certain nothing has changed. If the Lycan uses BKB and starts porting out, you can still break it with Ensnare.
Yeah, but, and then at that point, you're definitely dead. It's a peculiar choice.
Yeah, but that's why he was saying sorry in the chat wheel as well. So I'm pretty certain it's a slight misplay there, but not horrible, as they did take a side and they didn't lose. They only lost the tier 3, but these Raxes are going to regen up with the new +5 regen per second. They're going to regen up in no time. So
fair way to look at it. They did do some damage though. In fairness, Lycan got more out of that than he probably should have, is the concern.
Yeah, definitely. He took... it wasn't only him, actually. Lycan even went back. Lycan came in the end. Flo on Beastmaster did the majority of that work. He was just hitting that tower, and then even he soloed the Jakiro. It was quite ballsy from him, but as no one was going back to try and stop him, he said, why not? He just went in, and the other Titan.
Yeah, Elder Titan's gone. They all could connect, and they finish off the kill. But meanwhile on the base, Dodge wants to push in here. If they just stack up multiple lanes, they can easily force an awkward scenario for the side of AFK.
Yeah, as long as they are pressuring all lanes, Empire really doesn't worry. They can just go on one lane and pressure it like this. But you can see Lycan is already running top. He's trying to go and force out this lane, but it's not pushed far enough.
It's not going to be far enough.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be forced back. Unless this
Storm jumps straight in. The song comes through as well. You do blink away with the Tinker in time, but you are going to lose your support and your Beastmaster. Ice Path, Macropie down. They'll clean these up as well. Flo uses the BKB, won't achieve much. They do still manage to force the flyback out of Wyvern and Naive. Running out of mana fast here, but he's still got that Aegis, of course. Gets pulled back by the Earth Splitter. He might pop his life, but now he's got full mana again. The Ravage on the other side, trying to catch on to the Tinker. Nice blink away from Magical, though. Actually, a zip across. He wants to get his hands on the Tinker. It does stance him up, but doesn't stop the blink away. They'll have to move back. They do actually use the Vortex on the Arc. They'll clean him up. And that's the entrance they need. They'll be able to take a tier 3 now. Afterlife creating that zonal buff for them in the meantime. And Wyvern trying to move forward, looking for a good Winner's Curse target. The good news is that the Tinker is alive, and that Ag is doing a lot of work.
those blinks by Tinker, man, like amazing. First he blinks out of Ravage, it's really nice. Then he blinks out of... He was already Orchided, so the Storm just needed one hit while he was Ball Lightning next to him. Doesn't manage to. Tinker blinks out of that twice, so... I mean, it's kind of the way rearm into blink works is very weird and controversial as well, because you can blink out of almost anything. But
Yeah,
still
it's like
very well played.
Right, like the queuing. And
Storm?
they're gonna catch Storm. Looks like they are. They're gonna be able to blow him up. Dead for 95 seconds. And look at the money they got. Flow. 1,400 gold
1,400
from
gold.
that one kill.
Welcome to the 7-19 patch, guys. Welcome to the future. That's basically what's happening right there. 1,400 gold. Amazing.
I mean, he's quite right. He did blow up there. That's a huge quantity of gold to give across to a hero that was feeling underfarmed, but is on his way towards the Heaven's Halberd next. There's some more relevance in these fights.
Yeah, the Halberd, I can't really understand. Perhaps
It's
to
not
break
very
the
valuable.
Lincoln?
That's the only thing I can think of, right? Like, that's gotta be it.
Yeah, there's no one else. Yeah, you can Halberd the Storm. It's all right. It's not the greatest item.
Atos? Stomp will connect onto Jakiro. Can they actually follow it up, though?
They're afraid of buybacks, perhaps.
They can't really expend too much onto
The birds
Jakiro
are
anyway.
lit.
Yeah, the birds are forced to actually go down.
Yeah, they got
And they
one
lost
bird.
one of
He
them.
has Aghanim's.
Gonna move straight bot. And, like, this lane is still open for business.
Yeah, there's no Ravage, so... And there's no Storms. If they're ballsy enough, they could...
No, look at Naga. The wave is pushing in hard against them. They have to go back. Naga's cut the creep wave.
Yeah,
She's
very
pushing
well
hard.
played. Very well played. They had the creep wave mid though, so it's not an excuse, but they have to go back and defend it. There's that. But
That's
they
the
could have
thing.
went bottom if they wanted to. Yeah, they had the creep wave mid. They just decided not to. So yeah, it's all right. It's all right. They got the Storm still, so that's a great pickup for them, definitely. Maybe now they have hacks on Tinker, so Storm cannot be as ballsy as he was before, because he can get hexed and he can die easily from now on.
And they gish game the gem. They did have on Tide originally, but we do see this around this point. One team just sick of the freedom the other
Glimmer
has.
Escape.
Oh, Glimmer Capes as well, but it's also the Warden factor, because obviously they've been trying to get out to these deep wards so that Tinker is confident in pushing in.
Yeah, you're completely right. Also, that ward near the top secret shop, it's basically the reason why Storm died. There's no way he dies if they did not have that ward there, so...
Coming out. All lightning in. They missed the mark. They thought they were hiding in the trees. They actually just ran back to base. They're just waiting for the next Roche, though. It might be up in a minute's time.
Yeah, this Visage is really tanky already. He has an AC done. So it's very unlikely that they're gonna kill him. They're gonna have to go for the Storm with the hacks. But then you have the Naga with the Song to save him, and you have a Ravage as a way of counterplay.
Gonna get worse as well. He's going for a BKB next.
Yeah, it's gonna be... they're in a very difficult situation, but it is possible. As long as the Tinker is far back, and as long as he catches Storm off guard, they can easily turn this. They can easily get the game back in their control, as long as they kill that Storm. Because the Visage, yeah, he is a target that they need to deal with at some point, but the Storm is that chaotic frontliner that tanks up and that gets everyone low, and while the Visage is slowly taking down your objectives. So Visage comes second. Storm is definitely the first one that they have to deal with. If Naga allows them to. If the sleep is wasted. And they're moving towards Naga right now.
They're smoked up.
Storm is very close too. They could run into them. No?
Actually, Empire's pretty split across the map right now. Jakiro went top to push it in. So I'm assuming he'll just slap down the Macropar and come back. I don't think he even needs Macro, actually.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, this is enough. On level 18, Jakiro just using Dual Breath and Liquid Fire is enough to kill the creep wave. So you can save the Macropyre, you don't have to use it. But more importantly, when someone is doing this, when Bignum is doing this, and he's not punished, basically what he's doing is he's saying, come and kill me, we know that you are smoked. Basically that's all he's doing. And
TP out. No, they get the Hex off. The Prime Roll follow-up means Bignum's gonna fall.
Yeah, they're gonna go and take that offer. They're gonna kill him. I mean...
I'm not sure if the Prime Roll was really needed, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, they had the hacks on him, so it was definitely not needed. But they didn't know where everyone else is. So They just wanted to do it as quickly as possible. As you said, better safe than sorry. So they do get the Jakiro, but at the same time, they don't get any of the more important targets. And it's really good. Like when you have heroes such as Jakiro or Winter Wyvern, and you're just on the side lanes pushing them all the time in, it basically, what I talked about is the smoke. Like, you can't really smoke if one of your lanes is on your high ground, because it's gonna be obvious, right? You're tier 3, someone has to defend it. If no one is defending the lane that's completely pushed in, chances are that team is smoked, and you can just fall back to high ground. And Drosh is up.
Yep, this is what they've been waiting for. And it's just painful for side of FK to watch, because this is what they really need to just go in and take that base. But every time they give it over to Empire, you just see that lead slowly increase for Empire.
Yeah, and this time if they go in, if they take the Sages, it's gonna be much harder for them to deal with it. However, they are pushing bottom already. But they're not pushing fast enough.
This is not the first roast, it's the second one, and they got a lot more items. Look how quickly it dies this time around. The extra bird definitely doing a lot of work.
The extra bird, the AC, and the solar crest, and the gush, minus armor. All these minus armors stack up, and Roche dies in a matter of seconds. They did smoke up. Oh,
he moves across. They jump forward. They'll find Valley. All the ATOS used in the meantime on the back foot. Naive will just run in and blow up Magical. Suddenly, the birds are in pursuit. Valior will be stunned up on the other side. You will see Chikiro fall to this Lycan, though. And he's back in to push the base. Afterlife, he has got the Ravage at the ready, but he needs some support. And it looks like they can bring Storm in to that end. Arc needs to get out because he is about to run out the Shapeshift. Across by Storm. Sans comes out, just trying to chase forward more. The BKB's by Floating Choi can TP out. And now Arc, he might be forced to do the same. He's got the BKB. There's no way for him to stop this either. All the while that's happening, Chappie actually drops Velior in the mid lane. They might get Sun Echoes too. Cold Embrace will not protect you. The support plus Chappie is more than enough to just pierce this base. There's only 2 heroes alive. They'll force the buyback. And the birds already doing their damage. They'll take the tier 3 and they can just walk away. Glyph as well. Max value.
Chappie is just a beast of his own. Like, he doesn't even need the storm right now.
Well, actually, Storm's on the way right now. Storm's going to hit, but they jump across. Arc stunned up. They're going to force the buyback out to Tinker. And there's the Hex straight away on the Storm. Going to force him away. But he's so damn fast, they can't even look for a kill and return. The birds, that zonal space they create just to stun up Flo and Velion, stop any chase. Chappie hit by the Atos. Stomp will connect as well. Flo thinking about going in. He does have the ultimate at the ready. But look at the positioning from Empire. They are ready to fight. Chu especially. I love this. Why not? I'm a ward.
I'm pretty certain he did not want to blink there.
I hope not. I mean, it would have been next level if he had Song, but 50 seconds on cooldown. I don't think that was his intention.
Yeah, maybe he could have gotten off just by using mirror image. I'm not certain. I think he could have. Not certain about that. I'm gonna have to check that.
It's that kind of moment where it's like if they fight, you don't want to die like that, so you're like, I will just stay up here just in case they come to us.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that any of them dies though. BKB Storm, Aegis Storm. I really, we didn't talk about Beastmaster and Lycan, what they did, how they went bottom and pressured that lane. That was so perfect. The Lycan even didn't use the BKB. Like, he was baiting Storm to chase him until Storm wasted all his mana. Like, Lycan was certain that he cannot die. Speaking of Storm,
Lycan's doing it again, but Storm jumping in the base. They're going to go for this. Once we get off the Lycan, we'll be able to go continue. And looks like Snakeo's going to be chased down. The Prime Roar does come out, and Storm is out of mana for the Ravage. BKB used by Flo. In the meantime, Tinker is stunned on the back line. Magical will be fine. That leads the Winter Curse down on the Storm, but he's still not dying from any of this. The Hex as well, they'll finally pop it, but that's only 1 life. He's got the BKB when it's up, and you're stuck in your fountain right now. Lycan is in the base, though. Naive needs the BKB and get the hell out of it. He's going to go for the TP, but it's going to be a long TP. And it looks like that gives Lycan enough time to maybe get out alive.
Yeah, he's out. Maybe they're going to chase for this tide. They definitely should. They need to get something out of this.
Lycan did come back across. Shapeshift has half duration remaining, but they're looking all the wrong ways. Chu and Afterlife should be able to make it out.
Yeah,
in fact,
they have Blink.
Look at this Glimmercape play, just in case they need to use the song. But they'll be fine. They'll back away, he'll blink off, Tide TP's out. They minimize casualties, but once again, they look away from their base for a moment, and Lycan, well, he charges them a toll, a price to pay for coming in and taking his base.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. It's really nice what Lycan is trying to do, but he's just not fast enough. And he cannot afford to do this anymore. Like, The first 2 times it was all right. He could afford it, but now that the 2 lanes are pushed in, split pushing does not matter. The only way, in my mind, is if he goes together with Beastmaster and they try to get Megas. That's the only way. Like, if they try to do that, they can split push like that. If they think they can't accomplish that, they have to fight. Because it's their last lane and it's Megas are on the line, so... it's basically either fight or lose the game.
We've got a bigger problem. Storm just got another arcane.
Another arcane rune? Yeah. I mean, why not? It's his 18th, 20th arcane rune.
And there he goes, ball line, and he just saw the Elder Titan trying to move across in time. Will jump straight forward. Shapeshift's been used, but Elder taking a lot of damage. The BKB by Knife to make sure that this isn't interrupted. He at least wants his kill, get Belial, but now he doesn't have much mana left. Now he should have enough to get out, though. He needs to get up the high ground. BKB forced out of Arc. The song's been used by Chill. Slow down any extra pursuit, but Arc is still chasing. And now he's caught. BKB runs out. They've got the Ravage available in 20 seconds, but that is more than enough time for Arc to just walk away. And Chappie in their base just trying to force this matter. This is always the issue. GG goes out. They've had enough, and Empire will take game 1. Hopefully for game 2, I will have my own camera back.
That camera issue, man. I'm certain I know what happened. I think the Casper guy, he created the channel that you joined, but then he joined another channel.
That's what I'm thinking. And here's the thing, right? I love having ops, but here's the problem. One, I had to keep manually going to whatever hero he was on with my numbers and clicks. And then 2, like, the difference is when you have an ops, both the analyst and the play-by-play can see the ops. You could not see the ops. So you were like talking about someone's items, and then we were just staring at Tinker or something. Like you were talking like about Tidehunter, and we're talking about Tinker. But
T-Tours, man.
It's all good, guys. Apologies for that. I'll double check, triple check, but I don't know. I think it's just a freak bug. It happens every once in a while. Dota's still in beta. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes with game 2 between Empire and 20-minute AFK. You won't want to miss it. I'm sure we will have some other technical issue. Thumbs up.